I'm talking about. Sky 8 starting a new season with a bang, flying over Gladstone. Our game of the week. The Gladiators hosting Banks in a big 4A matchup. Plus, a view we haven't seen before. High over Mountainside High School as the Mavericks played their first varsity game. But we begin with the ultimate Friday night flight from Clackamas to Honolulu. Oregon's defending champs starting the defense of their title on the road in Hawaii. What's good, everyone? I'm Orlando Sanchez, and we start with Clackamas taking on Iolani in Honolulu. Talk about a season opener. A different setting than we're used to. Not a lot of high rises around football fields here. Iolani missed the game last week because of a hurricane. Cavaliers defense standing strong in the season opener, getting 3 interceptions in the first half. That was Gene-Eli Fleck with the pick. And then they're in business, setting up the touchdown just a couple of minutes later. And it would be the only touchdown of the game. Clackamas gets a win far away from home. 7-0 is the final score. Back here on the mainland, a wild one to start the season at Hillsborough Stadium. A marquee matchup between Central Catholic and West Linn. Two teams with state title hopes. Fans, they had plenty to cheer about. What a game this was. Fourth quarter, and it's Central Catholic's Kalen Bostick. Just a sensational run. Bounces off defenders, gets to the corner, and dude was gone. That gave the Rams the lead in the fourth quarter. West Linn tied it up to go to overtime, and here it is. Dawson Jolly. So nifty. 25-yard run for the score. He's going straight for the student section. That's the game winner. West Linn beats Central Catholic in a thriller, 47-41 in overtime. Sky 8 cruising through Tigard for a matchup with Sunset. Second quarter, this is Malcolm Stockdale. Welcome to the show. Punches it in from 5 yards out. That's a touchdown. 33-3. Tigard in control at that point. Tigers go on to win, though, 54-30. Check out the money shot from Sky 8 and photographer Andy getting busy. I see you. Right above Tualatin, the Timberwolves hosting Southridge, and Tualatin using its air game. Oh, back shoulder grab, Jalen Hale. Come on, man. Tualatin wins 47-17. We were really looking forward to this matchup between West Salem and Lake Oswego, a pair of top 10 teams. Lake Oswego versus West Salem. Two teams expected to make a playoff run. Lake O sent a message too. That is Jackson Laurent hooking up with Joe Hudson. Nice play. 34-7 advantage Lakers, and they weren't done. Laurent sharing the wealth. Thomas Ducart, you're up, young fella. That's a house call. Lake O wins. Final count 48-21. The Sandy Pioneers making the jump up to the 6A ranks, starting things off on the road against Sherwood. Glenn McGahee gets the screen pass and does his work into the end zone. Pioneers would control this one. Sandy makes its 6A debut in strong fashion, 24-7 over Sherwood. History out in Beaverton. The Mountainside Mavericks stepping into the varsity ranks for their first Friday night game. The bad news, they get Jesuit to start. No matter what happens, Carlos Montero gets his name in the record books. First touchdown in Mavericks history. But that would be all they'd get. Andy Alfareri. Take this one for Jesuit. And they're off to the races. Jesuit ruins the big night with a 56-7 victory. Up in Vancouver, both Union and Mountain View made the playoffs last year, but both had disappointing early exits from the playoffs. Which team would bounce back first? McKenzie Stadium, the place to be. We open things up in the first quarter. Jack Mertens, 6-yard touchdown run, puts Mountain View up 7-0. Later in the first, Union strikes back. Austin Lee Dart, fadering his way into the end zone to tie it. This will come down to a Union field goal in the fourth quarter. They take it 17-14 to win their first game of the season. Hey, it kicked off this afternoon up in Vancouver. Evergreen facing off with Heritage. This was a fun one. To pick things up in the second quarter, Eli Badliatawa runs down the sidelines. Hey, we got a photographer right there. Watch out. 56 yards to the house, makes it 14-7 Heritage. This one would go back and forth. 30 seconds left. Heritage's Nikki Scott throwing it up. Kahai Umiamaka gets up. 21-17 your final. Heritage starts 1-0. We'll be right back.